Yo, what's going on, guys? No AF here, and in this video I'm going to be going over the Mitsurugi Fiendsmith combos. So in my previous video I talked about the theory and the deck building process of the deck and like how I built it and well, the example ratios in the list. And in this video I'm going to be showing you how it plays. So, well, get straight into it. So first up, we're just going to go Haba, we're going to go Special Saji Dump, distribute it, and we're going to search out the Mitsurugi Ritual. Pretty standard stuff here. We're just gonna go habakiri, you know, and the Sword Serpent. Then we tribute the Haba. Then now we have two monsters, as you can see. We just go full Fiendsmith combo here. Special summon out the Lacrima. Make Moon. Well, we make Necroquip into Engraver. Then we go Caesar. If they nib before this, then we can activate the Marakuma effect Engrave, special summon, and then wipe their nib. So we're basically just chilling, and we can after that, and we can even make a Desiree. So here, I mean, they don't nib. We just make a Caesar. This card's amazing anyways, so there's no reason to not make it. We also keep follow up Engrave with the Fiendsmith combo with Lacrima. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna tribute out the Marakumo prayers and out, and then we process our Saji for follow-up, and then we end on IP. So there's no real way to get to Futsu in this combo and summon it, so we just stick to the game plan. We did have Mitsurugi prayers plus Marakumo, which is usually more than enough, and then we can also link it off for the IP Masquerena after we wipe their field to essentially just do more stuff that we want to do. Like we can make SP, we can make Dynamondo, the shuffle, and then now we can summon back the Marakumo. So there's a lot of actual really cool things we can do with IP in this deck. So yeah, that was, well, your baseline combo of what you want to accomplish. You want to get to a point where you have Marakumo on field, that you haven't used its effect Engrave yet, and then you go full Fiendsmith combo. Once you do that, you're basically in a winning position. So that's the idea. So yeah, now I'm going to be showing you what happens once we do get nibbed. Alright, so I already fast forward to the part of where we're going to get nibbed here. Essentially, this is the situation. We're threatening Caesar here. We're going to go straight into a Caesar. We have Lacrima Engrave, and if they do nib, and we have a Marakumo with that hasn't used its effect yet. So we're going to straight up just get nibbed here. Don't do anything. You don't want to chain the Marakumo because we want to get the free body of a nib token, and we can always just wipe the field after. So there's no reason to make them discard for it because they're just going to discard the nib and they're going to wipe your field. And you're not going to get a token. So you might as well just take the free token. So yeah, we just summon back the Marakumo here. We go search a copy of Prayers for follow-up. And now we just tribute out the Marakumo. We search the Aramasa. And we just go normal Aramasa, search Saji for follow-ups. And now we have Saji Prayers in hand, which is in a pretty solid position here. And then we just straight up just go Moon into Sequence. Sequence does not require effect monsters, just one including a Light Fiend. So since we select the Moon, we can go straight into the sequence, essentially. Then we just shuffle 3, summon a Desiree, and you want to go Egnum Day here, and then you can equip the sequence as well. And then you just set 1 pass. So in this, the idea is, the reason to keep Lacrima Engrave is you can do the Egnum Day special back. So if they like, let's say, Gamma Seal the Desiree, you can Desiree effect, shuffle back sequence, and then you can Lacrima, summon back the Egnum Day, and then you can go Egnum Day, summon back Desiree on their own turn. So there's a lot of stuff you can do there. Just by keeping this Engrave, it can help make your board just a tiny bit more stickier. That being said, it is weaker to Abystial, so if you're playing something against Alice, for example, you might want to dial back on that. That being said, I think it's still a pretty good combo and something to show off. And we still end on a board wipe and a Desiree for a 1-card combo, right? Nib can't even trade into it, and it's pretty strong. Let's get into the next combo. Alright, for this combo, I'm going to be showing you the same combo, except what happens if you get drolled. So, yeah, we're just going to get into it. We go habakiri, then Saji add Ritual, you bitch 2, and we get drolled on the Ritual add, so we can't add any more, and we send the Kusanagi and Sword Serpent, like our standard thing, and we want to add back the Saji because this searches prayers, and since we have stuff engraved, it can turn into anything we want. So that's the main reason why we want to search Saji over any other name. We want to add it back from grave, rather. And so once we get 2 bodies, we go full Fiendsmith combos, and little did we know, we just end on Caesar with Lacrima and Requiem. Like, combo is pretty solid. For a deck that shouldn't be able to play under droll, having some sort of play is important. And, well, the Fiendsmiths help with that enormously. And, well, as you can see, with 1 habakiri, we can play around droll and still end on 3 disruptions and follow up. So I consider that as a win. So yeah, let's get into the next combo. So now we're going to be playing up against Fua. What happens if we get fuwalos? So yeah, let's get into it. So we go habakiri, they chain Fua, and now they get 1 draw. Yeah. So make sure you just grab the search the ritual, you go ritual, you dump the Marakumo. You know you're under fuwalos because they may already made them draw 1. So doing this would be a good play. So now you just go Haba, summon Haba, and then you grab Mirror. Another reason why I like playing Mirror in this variant is that you can just search it off the Marakumo, and then you can just summon back the Marakumo and trigger the habakiri. And you just go habakiri, search prayers. You can summon it back in defense. And then you can go prayers, add the Kusanagi. And you just normal back the Kusanagi. Go prayers, set. Here you can make an IP. And give them a draw. Or you can make Dynamondo. Give them a draw. Or you can straight up just make a rank 4 if you want. Any rank 4 that you want, realistically. Except Detonator, because you can't really summon it that way. But yeah, mainly any link 2. You're not going to go full Fiendsmith combo under Fua, because, well, that's a death sentence waiting to happen. So I'd much rather either keep the bodies on field or just search prayers. But giving us the 2 extra bodies can make our board slightly more threatening. And we can still tribute them off for the prayers. So there's still a lot of stuff we can do. And their effects to protect are actually pretty relevant. If they go Access Code, try to pop the Murakumo, you can tribute Kusanagi and potentially trigger it too. But ideally, you would just make an IP, or make an SP, or make Dynamondo. Giving them 1 draw and you're still ending on your Murakumo board wipe is pretty good. You're also having 4 other cards in hand too, so let's keep that in mind. Pair that with Super Poly, a Droplet, Imperms. Like, it's going to be hard for them to break, and that's the main idea. You know, of course, you're still ending on follow-up, because this deck, the one thing it does, it follows up. Yeah, let's get into the next combos. So if you're ever stuck in a situation where you only have 1 prayers to play with, let me show you what you can do with 1 prayers. You just search the habakiri. No way, right? It seems like this card is our main starter. Yeah, it is. Grab the ritual, you know the drill. We're gonna add back the ritual. Black Serpent, Kumo here with the, then we just add the prayers here, back, just full Fiendsmith combo because we can, right? Now we just shuffle back with the Engraver, make Caesar, and we have, so that's what 1 prayers can do. Pretty much the full board. You are missing a couple bodies because you can't use prayers to summon back, so that's why we couldn't end on an IP as well. However, this is still pretty good off of 1 card. Like, yeah, pretty solid. In this combo, I'm going to show you what you do with 1 Aramasa. So we just normally Aramasa. We go Haba Sensaji, right? And you know this combo. Oh, I think we have 2 bodies here. I think we want a ritual first. That way, they nib. We can just trigger the Marakumo. The effect engrave, not the effect on field. Don't do that. Please just let them nib you and just wipe their field after. Then now we just go full Fiendsmith combo, baby, under a Marakumo, so we're chilling. Summon back, trigger the Marakumo. We want to add the side your follow-up. We just go Emerald, we shuffle back, draw 1 card. Why not? And make Dynamondo. And you have Dynamondo, Prayers, plus Ash Blossom. Alternatively, you can also put on an IP if you want to. But really it depends on what. The reason why I like to play emeralds because it shuffles back and the grind it does come up, so you can just out resource your opponent, shuffle them back. If you're running out of resources, draw a card. It becomes a very easy resource loop. But yeah, that's it for this combo. Let's get on to the next one. If you're ever curious to see what one pre-prep does, this combo for you. Ian already started out the combo, so yeah, let's get right into it. I'm gonna have habakiri, doing all the same things. I'm not really gonna go too much in depth, but the one thing that pre-prep does is playing to droll a lot more. Since you won't be able to have a ritual, well, the Mitsurugi ritual, it becomes a lot harder to play around through droll. One thing it does do is very explosive combo and just ends on your max ceiling feat. It is really, really strong. So mirror, we summon the Futsu. I see a lot of lists cutting Futsu. You absolutely can. In more testing, I realized you can cut it if you really don't want to see it, which is like fine. But it's also a really good card. You know, once per chain, it just summons back a field, right, and gives you infinite IP fodder. But you also have like Lacrima Engrave and other ways to summon bodies, so it's not as needed. So this is 6 to 7 disruptions right here. And well, yeah, let's get into the 2-card combos now. So here I'm going to show you the anti-droll combo, which is prayers. It could be Aramasa, Saji, it could be Marakumo, it could be anything. So here we just want to get to a point where we have Marakuma Ritual. This is our strongest opener ever. So it plays around droll, you can make them discard for the droll, and then now you can kind of just do whatever you want. So here, now we have 2 bodies, we just go full Fiendsmith combo. If they nib here, we don't care, we can summon back the Marakumo. Do so much here. Futsu, trigger out to the Marakumo now. Add the prayers, pass. Now we can summon back a board. Kind of just do whatever we want here. Now we're from the nib Caesar. Yeah, pretty much the combo in a nutshell. Only really problem with this board is that you can't use the prayers to extend in your combo, so you can't get the second tribute off for the ritual, so it becomes a bit harder. That being said, I still think this is a pretty solid board for playing around what it does. In this combo, I'm going to show you what 1 engraver plus 1 fuwalos can do. So subtract Lurie, go Lacrima, you just normal out the fuwalos, you make imps, because why not? You can, right? Combo does come up a little bit, but you just detach the one that isn't the fuwalos, Lacrima. Fuwalos attached to it. I just accidentally sent it to the grave, but does not matter here at all. Yeah, now we can just go sequence here, shuffle back, and then now we just Desiree, we go Agnum Day. I think we searched prayers. We didn't search mirror. Go into that. You can also attach the sequence, don't forget. I did, but on something like this, what you want for in this combo. You can go the Bestial you chain Dynamonto, and then Bestial you again, you can chain prayers, so you can play around that. You can also leave the Marakumo on field if you want, for like the extra link fodder. But in this situation, you go into Dynamonto, because why not? It's free. But the one thing it does, it play into Bestials on your own turn. You want to be a little careful, but if you activate Marakumo and Grave anyways, you're still going to get Bestialed. But yeah, that's been this combo. That's the last combo I have planned. One thing I want to note is that going second is a lot different than going first, but you can't really show combos for that. There's no really OTK lines that you can do, because you have to focus on outing their board and then maybe OTK, but the idea is you play similar to like a Fiendsmith control deck, where you just out as much as you can, and you end on as many disruptions and follow-up as possible. That way you can handle their follow-up, and then try to pass their turn, and then you just start going in bigger push every turn. That's been this deck. So anyways, I'll be linking this spreadsheet in the description below in case any of you guys want to take a look at these combos individually or do whatever you want. It did take me a little bit of time to make the spreadsheet, so just keep that in mind. But that being said, one thing you want to keep in mind is that you can also put Cowboy in the side, just in case you want to get the extra attack boost onto a rank 4. But no, in all seriousness, this deck in time can get a little rough, so you might want to be playing something to help you either tie if you accidentally mess up, or try to get you a potential win. Games can run long with this deck, and so that's just something you need to keep in mind. But yeah, thank you all for watching again, and well, see you guys in the next video. Also, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel, and also it's free.